Hey everybody, how you doing? Bruce here, Stock Markets with Bruce here. Uncle Bruce is back for the last hour of the day, our last hour before we shut down, and in the first hour of the aftermarket. Just watching Treasury Secretary, or the head of the Federal Reserve, Mr. Powell, and listening to the interest rate policy and all that. And the market likes what he did. They like what they're announcing. The Dow is up 200 points right now, kind of at the high of the day, a new record. And S&P is up 17.6. I think that's in record territory. The NASDAQ is up 98. It's not leading the charge, but, well, actually it is. It's 0.7%. It's actually doing better than the Dow, 0.6. It just doesn't look as exciting, I guess. But, yes, the markets are all higher. Oil is down 11 cents to 64.69. The GameStop shares, $216 at the moment to 16.02. And they did reach the 220 range temporarily. They got there, but the high of the day was just after the opening, 231. That was the high of the day for the stock, and the volume is really light, 13.4 million shares. We're not seeing any selling coming in here. The stock has basically been in positive territory practically all day long, but only just barely, let's say. It's up 748 at right now, 215.75, up 783 at 216 here. So good. It's ahead all day, but it is not going anywhere from what I can see, obviously, and from a volume standpoint, we got nothing. I am coming across a number of let's say articles and some analysts doing some analyzation of the company, mainly its share structure, how many are out there, who owns stock, what's being reported, and this failure to deliver thing keeps coming up again and again and again. This continual drumbeat of these brokerage firms who have failed to deliver stock to the clearinghouses, the DTCC, which is just kind of reminding me that there's this undercurrent happening here that is invisible to the to the market participants out there. You don't notice it when you're buying and selling the stock. You don't have to worry about that. But there seems to me to be this more and more people are covering this story more and more detail. I guess that's the way I should say this, and I'm encouraged by this because it's indicating to those of us who are mentioning this story, this fact, that it is real. We're not making something up, and that we're not exaggerating. The reality is that there's a definite amount of stock that has not been delivered to the clearing entity, and brokerage firms have IOUs all over the place with respect to GameStop. And now the question is, for all of us out here, does that mean there will need to be covering to reverse this pattern? And on the one hand, you say yes. On the other hand, when is the next question? And that one I can't answer. I really, I am beginning, though, to get the impression that we are closer to hearing about mandatory buy-ins in the not too distant future. That may well be happening. And I kind of wonder if some of the brokerage firms out there are going to, whenever they do this, they're going to inform their clients that, look, guys, this gig is coming to an end. We can no longer down the line continue to carry this kind of paper on a short position, and these failure to delivers are going to have to be cleaned up. And I don't know where it starts. I don't know how it begins. I wonder if this Friday, day after tomorrow, with the option expiry coming up, if there's a lot of contracts in GameStop that are, quote, in the money, will we see a lot of forced buy-ins for the Chicago-based market makers of these contracts who are selling naked calls by the thousands? Will that actually come to roost and have an effect here that is really noticeable to us? How many shares will trade going forward, and will the buying overpower the selling because sellers can't short to the buy. The buyers coming in must catch folks selling long to get their stock. Shortage of stock available, market goes up. But at the moment, I'm just here like you are. I'm sitting here like you're sitting here. You're looking at this going, well, it's $14.92, $2.15 a share. It's not having a bad day, but it's not having a great day. And we thought, having seen the stock at 348 last week, that we would revisit this and just continue forward, because there was a relentless march for a good 2.5 weeks after the 50 million were shorted or sold to stop the stock from going over 50. That follow through took us all the way to 348. And I don't think that's the end of it when it's all said and done. But is it the end of it for the moment? I don't know. Between tomorrow and Friday, what happens here, and next week, of course, with all the news coming up. So we'll see. The good news is the overall market is positive. We're not in a sell-off market. We're not in a market that's just, everyone's trying to get out of Dodge because they've got all kinds of problems. We're at record highs on the Dow, the S&P, and NASDAQ is quickly coming back to its record highs. So very shortly, all three indexes will be in record territory, which I've predicted already because of the stimulus program. And I think this will go right through for a while yet. We will run up several more percentage points, maybe 5 to 10% more on these overall markets. GameStop, it's not necessarily a GameStop story that interest rates are staying low and anything like that, but the overall environment is good. Lots of cash flying around. How is this going to play out? I don't know. Thank you, People's Channel, for becoming a member of this channel. Also to Celtic Mako, thank you for becoming a member here. Nice to have you on board. American Sun Country Airlines debuted today on the market at 24 share and is up to 36 as of the writing. I think it could be a decent midterm to long-term hold. Maybe, again, there's optimism in the airlines. There's optimism in the travel space, of course, because of the hope that the economies will continue to reopen and people will be able to get out. More vaccines are being distributed, and the hope is that this will have the effect of opening up the market. So hoteliers and car rental services, we've heard today that the Disneyland is opening again. Watching all that news, that's huge. I mean, if Disneyland opens, that opens Anaheim wide open again, with restaurants, hotels, and all the services. Fantastic. Same thing with Orlando. I mean, if Orlando were to go wide open, without restriction, positive news. Taxi drivers, bus drivers, cooks, dishwashers. I mean, all the way down the line. Everybody you can imagine. Moon Man Moo, thank you, buddy. Mr. M is in the house and is a member, and thanks for joining. There are a lot of these names I can't pronounce, as you all know. GameStop has catalysts coming, several right now. May very well be the last time you see $214. The last time I said that, it was about 50. Celtic, you might be right, but no guarantee on it. But this is Wednesday, and tomorrow is option notification day. If you are long a call contract, you notify your Chicago. You notify your brokers who notify the Chicago or the holders of the contracts that you want to exercise your stock. You want to get your stock from your stock options. So big day tomorrow. Between now and between today and 24 hours from now, a whole lot of decisions are going to be made with respect to what contracts are we exercising, this type of thing. And we're going to find out just what kind of possible demand for the paper is going to be put on the Chicago market makers. This will be something to see. SVT Boxer became a member of this channel just now as well. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm glad to have you. Absolutely. If you Uncle B did a good job explaining things the very first show this morning. If you think of selling, watch that first. I tried to cover that failure to deliver thing this morning. That's a complicated story, but if you get a chance to watch the first 20 minutes of the show, 30 minutes, you'll kind of hear my explanation of that. Helping Bruce getting likes, getting the algorithm to get more traffic here, and thereby more unaware retail investors will most likely keep their shares and not panic because of a $20 US drop in 2 minutes. Right on. I agree. Thumbs ups for this show. Really brings more viewers to the show. It encourages YouTube to bring more viewers in. they'll follow the GameStop story like we're following it, and they'll get all sides of the story from, for whomever else are watching, and then they'll find our side of it, see what's going on. Anyway, that's where we're at. 214.32 on GameStop right now. On AMC, it is it's been up all day as well, but it is right now up 31 cents to 13.33. AMC did reach 13.66, but the low's $13. Only a 66-cent range today for AMC. It's really kind of found a comfortable spot here between 13 and 13.66. The high-low for GameStop has been a low of 210 and a high of 231, $21 range for GameStop today. There's been no attack on the stock that I've noticed, anything like that. We are just noticing that it is, holding right in there. Volume on GameStop, 13,500,000. Volume on AMC, 58 million. Both very quiet today. Very quiet. I can't put the reasoning on this low volume on the federal interest rate decision. I can't give you that. I think the overall market is quiet today. I think the whole stock market. I think the whole stock market might be treading water, waiting for Thursday and Friday. Maybe that's it. I think everyone's holding their breath and wondering what kind of repositionings have to be done, and do people have the right? Do they have the right, right stock in their portfolio at the right price right now? Maybe there's a lot of that being wondered out loud or quietly. Thank you, Puff and Snuff, for coming on board as a member. I just bought 20 more, 215, right on. And we 1,700 people are watching, only 300 likes or so. Come on, you guys, hit that like button for Bruce. Thank you if you do. People's Channel, super stickers. Thank you very much. Barry T is a new member too. Thank you, Barry, for coming in here. Love that, and I appreciate it. 500 likes, just 500 to go. Let's see. Thank you for these thumbs ups. Actually, I only see 892 thumbs ups. That's all we got right now. 970, and we're going to break 1,000 right now. There it is. 1,000. Thank you, guys. So we're already at 1,000. There's 3,050 of you here. Hit that like button, and let's grow this channel's reach. Thank you all very, very much. Got a new emoji for you. I don't know if you've seen it. There's a new emoji you can use if you're a member of the channel. We got the bagel emoji up there. More bagels. Some of you figured it out yourselves. Thank you, and enjoy. D. Beal Production. If I put in an order to sell over the weekend, does the position sell at the price it was when I decided to sell? If I put an order in over the weekend, does the position sell at the price it was when I decided to sell? I'm going to try to interpret this question. You put an order in to sell on a Saturday, waiting for the Monday opening. You want to sell. Let's say you want to sell GameStop at $215, but it opens at $250. What price do you get? You'll get the opening price, $250. But your order might not be honored. Your order might be sent back to you with an alert from your broker. It all depends on the firm you're dealing with. When I was a stock broker for my customers, I knew all the orders my clients had, the limit orders, buy limit, sell limit, and I had copies of these tickets on my desk at all times in a little file holder. Would always be sitting there, and I could always take a look at my pending orders to see what's going on. But if an order came, if I had an order to sell stock for a client, I never got an order on Friday afternoon for Monday morning. Never, because we would agree to be on the phone together first thing Monday morning before the market opened. Of course, that was the old days. This is not the old days. So if you put an order in on a Saturday on a stock, it's not a good idea. How would I say it that way? Not a good idea to put an order in for a stock on a Saturday, waiting for the Monday opening, because who knows what can happen between now and then. And you're better off getting up early on Monday before the market opens, wherever you live, and analyze what the market is doing before you enter your order for the day. Again, I'm trying to figure out what that was. I wasn't sure. Skylar Blake, you keep skipping my super chats. I can't afford this. If GHVI is $20 at merger, will the new ticker be $20? Okay. If GHVI was at $20 at the end of the day, and the next morning, the company is now called Manaport 3D imaging, whatever they're called. It's now Manaport. The symbol will be Manaport. The market will be right where it left off. $20 is where it was, but we'll see the pre-orders because, of course, that Monday morning, I'm assuming it's a Monday morning. I could be wrong. Could be a Wednesday morning. Doesn't matter. The morning that the new company has merged in and now starts trading or is about to be trading, the pre-markets will be assembled just like anything else. As a matter of fact, let me think a minute. The stock could be halted on, say, Monday night. Not halted. We'll trade Monday night as GHVI. Okay. Trades in the aftermarket as GHVI. Okay, great. Next morning, the New York Stock Exchange is announcing that Manaport is coming out. It's now going to, GHVI is no more. It's changed its name to Manaport. Symbol is now the Manaport symbol. And there may or may not be pre-market trading in either Gore or Manaport. It might be that the opening trade will be on the New York Stock Exchange to start its trading range now as Manaport, knowing that the Gore closed at $90 the night before. So the first trade on Manaport might be $25 a share on the excitement and the hype of the newly minted machine, the new company. If New York finds there's an imbalance of orders coming in to the market, they may halt the opening and delay it for half an hour to an hour. Again, just like an IPO trade, open trade. It all depends. The street will be completely aware that Manaport is opening today. And then they'll go, oh yeah, that's that Gore thing, isn't it? What, didn't we hear about that about 3 months ago? Yeah, it's that Gore thing. They're merged in. Oh, it's going open today. Oh, that's interesting. And then Matterport will be, we are, this large. We have this much money in the bank, and we've got all kinds of plans. Well, the stock might pop right away, 4, 8, 10 bucks a share right away. I don't know. It could. You certainly want to be a holder of the stock before. That's why I'm keep imploring you folks to get it now. So anyway, yeah, it will be the new ticker, and it'll just trade from where it left off. Now, if there's no excitement whatsoever and no one cares, and it's a snooze fest, the stock might just open at $20 where it left off last night with whatever Gore last traded at. This is where it'll trade up. But I don't think that'll last long. I think that these new companies will have so much pent-up news to release and so many interviews that they're going to grant media that I think we're going to see a lot of activity on these stocks. But that's just me speculating about what's going to happen with all 6 of the SPACs that I've mentioned to you guys so far. Okay? All right. Hopefully that I cleared that up. I wasn't sure. Sean, if I purchase 100 shares of XYZ on Tuesday, 100 shares of XYZ Wednesday morning, and I sell 100 shares Wednesday afternoon, is this considered a day trade? Well, if you're still long stock, the broker might go, well, you bought and sold on a day. It's not illegal. There's nothing wrong with it, okay? And it's perfectly legitimate to want to do this. They're not going to, call you a day trader because you did one trade during the day that happened to work out for you or didn't work out for you. I mean, you bought the stock at $10 and it goes to 5 and you're getting out to lick your wounds, or you bought in at 10 and got out at 15 because you got a score. I mean, you got to make the move because you've got to make the move. The order will go through and there will be no interference from the brokerage firm with the order going through. It's after the order goes through. If you are a constant trader like that and you are running a margin account under $25,000, you could be labeled a day trading account, which could put you under trade restrictions. If it's in a cash account, you can trade all you want in a cash account. No one will care. No one will care because it's your money. That's fine. But if you're leveraging money with the broker money, that's a different kettle of fish. Okay? So, all right. I hope that cleared that up. Markets. The Dow was up 200 points. It's now up 177. S&P up 14. NASDAQ up 85. GameStop right now just under $214 a share to $213.91. And looking here at the markets, AMC up 27 cents to $13.30. Vector Acquisition is up 14 cents to $12 a share. NAV Site is up a penny to $10.31. Gore's Holdings up 58 cents now to $15.80. It was down this morning. that could have been had as low as 14.15. It's now 15.80. Gores does move, doesn't it? It does move. And then VGAC, the Virgin Group Acquisition Corp, it was as low as 10.41. It's now 10.61. It's ahead 3 cents on the day. And over here at Starboard Value, it's up 6 cents to 10.14. Fortress Value up 2 cents to 10.02. Vanek Vector Semiconductor Fund, that's the ETF that I like. SMH is a symbol, 241 up 285. Home Depot down $1.09. That's maybe the first time in a while it's been down a little bit. It's down $1.09 to 280.99. IBM is 128.44, up 20 cents. Dow right now only up 167. It was up 205 earlier. Microsoft down 22 cents. Apple down 50 cents. No big deal. And Tesla up $20 to $697 a share. Bed Bath & Beyond is unchanged at 31.11. Was down most of the day. Low on Bed Bath & Beyond was 30.08. It's now 31.11. Then BlackBerry was down most of the day. Low of 11.15. Hit a high of 11.66 a little while ago. It's right now 11.50, up 4 cents. So these shares were mainly underwater all day. They came up with the rise of the big markets, and they caught a bit of a buy wave. And that's where we're at. Two of the cruise lines, all three are ahead. Norwegian's up 9 cents to 30.19. Carnival up 38 cents to 28.63. And Royal Caribbean up 96 cents to $90.48. That's where those guys are right now. GameStop 213.64 for GameStop. Volume is a paltry 13.8 million shares. Very, very quiet market. And that's where we're at the moment. Coming into the last hour, 40-odd minutes to go in our day today. We'll see if there's any fireworks between now and the close. Lewis, thank you, Lewis. Hello. I always seem to miss the opening and opportunity to buy an IPO. Coinbase is coming up. When do IPOs release the time of day trading begins? Well, this one, Coinbase, apparently is going to list on a direct listing. So they're going to gauge the market. I think I'm trying to remember how this is working. I think they raise their cash, they raise money, and then they come to the market on a direct listing where the shares that are free trading. How do they do that? Gosh, I'm not exactly sure of this. I'm going to have to research this to really give you a fair answer. I apologize because I really don't follow every single scenario, but this one I should learn. But I know that they call the market and they try to balance the bid and the ask, and then they bring the issue out. And that's what happened with was it Roblox 2 weeks ago, something like that. And the stock popped right away. I don't know what will happen here. Coinbase, likely there's likely going to be strong interest among younger investors because they're into obviously this business. But the first trade, we don't know what time it'll be. It's a matter of when the exchange feels that there's a fair and equitable market between buyer and seller, and then they'll let it trade out. That is how that's going to work. So there'll be some restrictions there without just they're not going to open it up and let it go wherever it wants. Not going to happen. They're going to give time to buyers and sellers to even out. Hi, Uncle Bruce. Any SPACs you don't recommend and why? Well, there are. What is it now? 400 SPACs that have been created. I don't. I found these 6 that I like because of the businesses and their funding and so on. There will undoubtedly be more that I will come up with, and I will reveal them to you when the time is right. And those of you who are members here, you will get the first advance notice of those, of course, because that's part of the deal of being a member of this channel. Becoming a member, you're going to get an advance notice on the next company that I'm, following, that I want to recommend to you, that I would recommend you take a good look at, and I'll do an advance notice either through a direct email scenario through YouTube to members only, or I'll literally just create a video where I'll have imagery and charting and whatever else I have to do to introduce you to the next opportunity that you may want to take a peek at. And you'll have a couple of days on everyone else before I release that information to all channel members, and then whoever watches me casually or follows me casually will find out several days after you find out what my next one is. So stand by, just stand by, don't go anywhere, and we'll let you know. I don't hate SPACs. I love SPACs, but they got to be just right. I don't want to recommend to you a SPAC that's trading at $50 that hasn't even announced a deal. I'm not going to do that. There's no way I'm going to promote you into that. No way I would ever recommend that to be looked at. I'd really rather you get a bargain. And so if my SPACs sound boring to you because they're not, lighting up the market, it's on purpose. I'm trying to get you in before the market lights up on these stocks. That's what I'm trying to do. Will they light up is the question, obviously, but I think that knowing what I know and knowing the amount of capital that's going into these companies and knowing the participants that are funding these entities, there will be no shortage of news to be spread around. David, what happens to the December options on VGAC if the merger is announced earlier? You'll just have options now on 23andMe. No change. So if you've got a call option December 1250 on VGAC, you're going to have a call option December ME at 1250. No change, none whatsoever. The stock now is $30 a share because of the merger and all the hype. You've just made a pile of money. That's it. You've got a 1-for-1 conversion. You got 5 calls now. You'll have 5 calls later. That's the deal. Vince Valdez, thank you, Vince, for becoming a member of this channel. We welcome you with open arms. Puffin Stuff, brand new member here. I'm in GHVI 300 at 1845 share. I'm wondering if I should average down or sit on. Would have been a great average this morning, but you can still average it here 1570. If you can pick some off every time these are down here, these are gifts. I mean, the lower you buy this stuff, the happier you're going to be. It's just that simple, because there's much more upside than just $18. Much more, I think. Say I have an extra 400 or so outside of what I'm putting into GameStop. Should I spend it on a few SPACs or throw it into SMH? Well, SMH is an ETF that I would be recommending to folks who are going to stick around. You want to hold that for about 2 years, because I think that the computer chip shortage, that we're in the middle of or beginning of, will last quite a while yet. And I think a lot of the stocks in that ETF are going to do very, very well with record earnings every quarter, higher results. And I think the ETF will reflect that. The ETF with $400, you've got to, not the ETF, the SPACs with $400 you're going to have to decide whether you want to put it into them and which one, or maybe 100 into 4 different ones, or however you want to mix it up. That's totally your call. You can go either way. It's a question of your timing. The SPACs will be, they will all 6 likely be merged into their own deals and trading on NASDAQ New York within the next 60 days or less, because I've announced these at least a month or more ago, and they're well on their way to, coming out with their new handle, their new symbols, and a whole bunch of news. So it's up to you. You may find one is quicker than the other. That's all I can say. Janet, thank you, Janet Lalou, for becoming a member of the channel. Brad Overstreet, Brad, you're in, man. You're in to win. Thank you. Wendy, hi, Wendy. Welcome to the channel today. All of you are now members. You can use emojis. You'll get the odd you get an odd video just for you guys as sponsor members. You can chat here. You're among friends, and there are a whole bunch of good people here. Thank you for that. Remco, how you doing? Welcome to the channel as a new member. Nice to have you on board. Mr. T, as always, good to have you around. Saying, Bruce, do you know how many feathers a pheasant plucker could pluck if a pheasant plucker could pluck feathers? Thanks for your insight. Hope I got you. I got to be on my toes when I read messages from Mr. T. Always on my toes. Aman, thank you, Aman, for coming on board as a member. Appreciate that. Welcome to the family here. Bill Allen, welcome to the Uncle Bruce family. Thank you for coming in. And Rich Rand, another member, coming in. A little wave of memberships are coming through. All of you, thank you all for joining me and hanging out. You're welcome to post jokes or comments or research or questions. Thank you, everybody. Clayton Sweet, welcome, Clayton, new member. Nice to have you here. Nice to see you. Prince Harry is a member. I don't remember ever welcoming Prince Harry, but Prince Harry is a member. I welcome you, Prince Harry. Is there an attack on GameStop? 210 right now. If there is, it was pretty weak. It was pretty limited. And volume-wise, we're at 14.2 million. So maybe some stock came in. Maybe more will come. It's a 210.28. Normally, an attack in 5 minutes could drop this $30. On the other hand, if a little bit of stock came in and ran into a wall of buying, the attack didn't last long. We'll see how this goes. Thanks for bringing it to my attention. Casey, hey, Bruce, I know some of the SPACs you recommended are under investigation. Should I be worried? Sorry if you've already answered. Yeah, I answer this all the time. Casey, every single SPAC is under investigation, not by the SEC, not by any regulator, not by any brokerage house, only by these lawyers who are announcing investigative things to get promotion. They're just promoting the law practices. That's all it is. You've been sucked in to wondering, oh my gosh, there's something bad happening with the company. It is just a law firm trying to get advertising, trying to get noticed. And so they make a press release and they quote the name of the company, and they try to get all this SEO coverage on Google search and all that stuff just to get their law firm out there. And then they invite you to call them. They might even offer you a toll-free number to try to give you the impression there might be a class action lawsuit against the company, and they're just trying to get you to talk to them. And then after a minute or two of talking to them about this, they're going to tell you there's nothing going on, that they're looking into investigating them. And then they're going to kind of come around to, well, give us your number and we'll keep you posted. And then what you're going to get, maybe they'll get your email from you, and then you're going to get bombarded with legal offers from these guys. These guys are going to try to become your lawyer for a real estate transaction, anything you want to do legally. They want to be your lawyer. That's all this is. It's just a publicity stunt to get business, and it happens on almost every public company. I can't imagine there isn't a public company being under investigation by any law firm. I just can't. It's just a scam to me. Marcus Shear, new member. Marcus, welcome to the group today. Nice to have you here. Danielle, how are you? Welcome to the member group here. Nice to see you joining us today. Socrates, of course, been around a long time. Socrates, I know you know a lot of stuff. Tell me, where's GameStop going? Thank you. I think it's going to the moon. What about you? Ferdinand, thank you for becoming a member as well. Nice to have you joining us to this group. Nice to add you in here. Fantastic, all of you coming on board. Remco, thank you for this donation. David Lanier became a YouTube member, another member of the channel. Thanks, David, for joining us. Nice to have you with us today. Remco saying, hi, Bruce. What's the difference between Gores Holdings 6, GHVIU, and Gores Holdings VI? One is the unit and the other is the stock. So GHVI is just the stock by itself, and GHVIU is the original unit, because they do get split up. So the warrants, there's also GHVI warrants. So there's the warrants, there's the units, and there's the stock. Just buy the stock. If you're looking to get into this, just buy the stock. Colleen is in the house. We have royalty here. YouTube royalty. This is a member also of my my group from Traveling with Bruce. Colleen, welcome to this channel. You're a member of both of my channels. There's a number of you guys who have been doing this, and I'm so humbled by this. Thank you, Colleen, for coming by and hanging with us. There's a good group of people here you've probably noticed, and I appreciate you supporting this channel as well. You're just so good to me. I appreciate it so much. Jacob, welcome to the group. You're joining some good people here, and I'm glad you could make it and come on by and spend some time with us and follow what we're following here. There's lots going on. We're trying to cover a lot of ground. We'll see what this market is got up its sleeve. 208 on GameStop, a little lower. 207.92. Volume now 14.4 million. Nothing to get excited about volume-wise, but then again, if you're going to try to drop the market, you do it when there's no volume. You do it when there's, not a lot going on and no one's watching maybe, and you can cause a bit of a sensation. I don't know if this is it, but it's 207.70, 207.65 right now. So I'm not sure about this. Hi, Bruce. Any idea why I can't purchase GHIV or VACQ with my Vanguard account? I was able to purchase VGAC, SVAC, FAII, and NSH. Thanks for sharing, and hold GameStop. This I don't know. I am not GHVI and VACQ. Something's not right there. I would try something. Do a symbol search inside that Fidelity. Do like type out the name of the company to get the symbol. Maybe the symbol that they're internally using is different. I'm guessing here. The only other thing I can do is send them an email or whatever you can do. I have no idea how you can talk to these people if there's anyone you can call. But Frank, give it a try. I'm stumped. I don't know why you couldn't buy. That makes no sense. I mean, Scores Holdings, you got to be kidding me. And VACQ, I don't get it. I don't know why. Gabriel became a member. Gabriel Farmer, thank you, Gabriel, for this, for becoming a member of the channel today. Really appreciate it. Welcome to the gang here. Nice to have you. Henry, hey, my wife Samantha loves you, Brucey. Well, Henry, we've been trying to hide it from you. Okay, we've been as discreet as humanly possible. Well, I guess it got out. She must have slipped. I don't know. What can I say, man? Thank you, Samantha. Hope you're not in trouble. Bork, 3 Jackdowns. Thank you for this $10 donation. Hey, Bruce, love your info, and I'm invested in VGAC. I read some articles saying the fundamentals aren't there. What do you believe is the realistic price target 6 months or so after the merger? That I can't answer. I can't answer that because they've never been public before. If they've been public for a while, maybe I could give you, analytical guesses or whatever. But I mean, this is a private company. But they've never had $950 million in cash before either, have they? And that's happening on day one of the listing. So this company will be completely transformed from what it was to what it's becoming and where it's going. And they've got this big fat head start with almost $1 billion of money. And I'm pretty sure that if they wanted another billion, they could go like this and get it. So all bets are off how far this goes. Richard Branson is going to be talking about it because he's got his money into this. There's a lot of companies that have their hands in that 23andMe company. There's a lot of partners these guys have, and I think the possibilities are very good. So don't underestimate this. I cannot emphasize enough some of these SPACs that have put together some really good financial packages. They've probably turned away more money than they're being offered because they don't want to offer too much stock at 10. They really don't. They want to go. They're going higher. I mean, that's what it's about. All of the people who are involved in these companies, like all of the senior management and directors and investors, they need this to go much higher to make it worth their while. So a $12 to $15 market price is not successful as far as these people are concerned. That would be a disaster. I mean, they're looking for some serious movement. They're looking at DraftKings at $72 a share last week going, yeah, talk to me then. Talk to the hand in the meantime because the $72 and up, let's go. They're way ahead of us. They're down the road, a year or two down the road already where they're headed. They're going to take these companies way down the highway, and you guys are just hitching a ride right now. And I don't know how long you're going to be on this ride, but you're getting in just before you're coming into town, and it's going to be exciting. That's my take on it. Allison, thank you so much for becoming a member. Allison Van Guchnet. I hope I said that correctly. Welcome. Marcus Scherer, thank you for this donation. How do average Joe retail investors get into day trading? You don't. Average Joe investor, you don't get into day trading. It's not a good idea. You really shouldn't do that. But I will say this. I'll tell you, I was talking to one of my viewers a couple of weeks ago. Had a very pleasant session for an hour, and we're talking about the stocks that I recommend, and we're talking about what the investor had invested in the past, and this kind of thing. And the investor said something really interesting. He said to me, I really like the idea about writing options. I was really intrigued by that. And he said, I went ahead and bought some stock, and I've been writing options. I said, oh, really? What are you doing? Well, he said, I bought a stock at $2.40, and I wrote a $3 call contract against it. I thought, wow, $2.40, that's $240 to buy 100 shares. And he wrote a call contract, got $1.25 against it. And the stock had gone down to 185, and he didn't care because he got $1.25 premium writing an out of the money contract. The contract was now at 20 cents. And I was saying to him, you could buy it back now. He said, can I? I said, oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, you could buy it back at 20, lock in your $1.05. And you've just taken your price point from 248 to 148. Way to go. I mean, it's trading 180. You're still ahead 40 cents. You can wait a little while for a recovery if you want, or you could turn right around right now and write a $2 contract that's out of the money. It's 180, $1.80. And I thought to myself, what a great way to introduce call option writing for very little money. I mean, less than $300, you're into the call writing business. And what happens here can happen at Apple. Whether you ever graduate to that kind of money. 100 Apple is a lot more expensive than a $2.50 stock. That can be done. So a little bit of homework. You don't have to start writing options on GameStop at $207 a share. You need 100 shares of GameStop to do it. So if you're looking around for a stock you can afford to buy 100 shares of and write contracts against it to learn how to do it. I mean, it's like an education. I thought that was a really smart move. He did that with a couple of different stocks, and I thought, it's true. I don't know everything. I thought I knew everything, but I don't know everything. Very revealing. There you go. How about that? Connor, I can't wait for us to all go on a group cruise with our yachts with Uncle Bruce. Ryan Cohen just tweeted a tribute to his father. Very sweet. Is his father ill? How's his dad doing? I know his father's had health issues, so I'm kind of curious if he's in trouble there. I hope he's all right. Lee, hi Bruce. Looking to invest $1,000 into a few of your SPACs. Which would you recommend I go with? Well, you can buy $150 of each one of them. If you've got the right broker, you can easily do that, and then just sit back and go, okay, let's see which one goes first. And let's see how smart this Bruce guy really is. You got a little miniature portfolio worth $1,000, and you sit back and go, Al, every day, what's the value of my portfolio? Is it down or up? And when these deals come together, you'll take a look at the return and go, well, 2 months later, he took my $1,000 and it's worth $800, or it's worth $1,200, or it's worth $1,142, or it's worth $1,000. I don't know. You'll find there's one way to find out. I mean, Lee, whatever you like. There's 6 different companies. Look them up on the internet, or look them up on for say Market Watch. Punch in their symbols, and you can read up all about them and look at their press releases and decide which one turns you on, which one you don't like, what business they're in that you kind of like. Interesting, yeah, kind of cool. Yeah, all right. Thank you, Wally's World. Ryan Cohen just tweeted a tribute to his late father. Okay, his father passed away. I know that his father was ill, and he had decided to sell Chewy to spend more time with his dad. Well, good move. And here you go. So yeah, we all lose our dads eventually, and we lose our moms. Our moms and dads. They kind of say to us, I'm supposed to go first. Don't you die on me, kid. I'm supposed to go. Then you go after me. That's how this works. But unfortunately, the kid has to live with the fact that you don't have a mom and a dad anymore. And that's the part of growing up, isn't it? It is. SolarCore. Thank you for becoming a member of this channel. Thank you to Initial GC. also for becoming a member of this channel. I appreciate that. Putting those stimulus dollars to work. Right on. Here we are. The hedgies are more than desperate. They'll do anything to create panic selling through mass price drop-offs. We're at 205.98. We're now down on the day, so they have managed to drop the stock with 15 minutes to go into the red, even though all day the stock was up. There's an attempt, obviously, to get a print, but will they attack it from here? Will they keep attacking it? Only 14.9 million traded, so there's not a major league buys thing at $2, but it's just, as I'm talking now, jumped to 206, 207. So maybe there's a little buy thing coming the other way, but it is down on the day. It was down to 205.11. It's now 206.10. So this is not what I call a major attack on the stock. It's just nickels and dimes here. I'm not sure what to make of it. Bleep Bloop is here and is a new member, and don't you forget it. Bruce's Comic Book Corner, welcome everybody. GameStop 205, someone's saying we're now 206. We'll see what's going on. I just bought 7 more shares. There you go, 7 more shares the hedge funds can't have. There you go, off the market, and it just gets tighter and tighter and tighter. Interesting. Yeah, ordinary ups and downs, says Jerk. This is what's happening, and this is just an effort to get the people's morale down. 206.66 with 14 minutes to go, down $1.40. If this selling wave was small, the shares could easily bounce back $5 or $10 from here and be up on the day anyway. But I don't see a big wave here. I don't see there we are, 207.90. We're only down 27 cents. So it looks like whatever came in was maybe 50,000 shares or 70,000. It didn't look like a premeditated massive sell wave. 207.94 right now. 207.99. It's down 18 cents. So not a big deal. SSR attempt. Nope. Not. We need a $20 drop to get that, and it's not happening. Don Hammer. I'm not even paying attention to GameStop right now. I'm just waiting for Bruce to tell us about trivia night. I'm cooking something up. Just bear with me. I'll get back to you on that. Michelle Maybell is a member of this channel. Fantastic. Will Kawamura is now a member of this channel, and I welcome you with open arms. Thank you for coming here and joining us. Michael Cavallero, a super sticker. Thank you very much for that gesture. I appreciate that as well. AMC, someone's saying, is on the move, is it? 13.39 up 37 cents. A little better coming into the close, maybe. I'm not sure if it's really doing anything big. Brian, hey, Bruce, I just joined early the first day. At the time, there was a join tab, but not member tab. This is my phone now. There's neither one. I looked at my desktop, can't find members. Well, the join tab is the member tab. It's the same thing. There is actually no member tab. It just says join, and I keep mentioning that you're a member now of the Chillin with Uncle Bruce Club. It's just a play on words from my end. But if you're obviously a member because you got the logo beside your name. You're in here, Betty. You're part of the family, man. Magic Jerk is also a member. Speaking of a new member, welcome, and it's nice to have you here. And the People's Channel, bagel. Bill Coyne, thank you for the donation. Appreciate that. Welcome. As always, J. Rowe is here. DraftKings up 4.5% right now. JPS Tiger, AMC to the moon, Trey away. Well, I hope you guys make money. I really do. I'd love to see AMC go up. I really would, because a lot of people are exposed on that stock at much higher prices. They didn't buy into AMC at $5 and $6. They got in at 13 to 18 bucks. There's a ton of people way up there that are in AMC, and I'm hoping they come out alive. You make money, even better. But if you can come out alive, that's what I'm hoping. A lot of people got excited about buying AMC when GameStop took its shot, and by the time that happened with GameStop at 200, 300, AMC was over 15, and a lot of people are exposed to potential losses if it doesn't go up from here. I mean, there's a lot of folks who are getting bailed out between here and 14, but between 14 and 18, a lot of people are back into their money range. So I just hope for the best here. Bridget might be positioning after the pre-market, the pre-aftermarket. Well, 206.50, 10 minutes to go, down $1.87. Bridget, I'm not sure. It just could be that there could have been a seller who got blown out, but I'm not sure. Or is it it's a hedge fund testing the waters to see what kind of support level there is? I'm not sure. XBL, Mitch and Moan. The two big drops today were both about 900,000 sell volume each, far larger than anything else on the day. Interesting. I don't have level 2, so I can't tell you these numbers, but that's interesting. We'll keep. We'll stay on it. I was Kyle saying I was in AMC at $17. Stupidly, I averaged down to 12. It hit 12 again, and I got out. Get out of AMC when you're even or you're up. I know a lot of people bought a lot of AMC. There was a lot of volume at 18, 19, 20-ish, a ton of it. And the high 2036. And, a lot of people were first-timers who jumped into hype and bought a stock that was $2 4 months earlier, now at 18, 9 times the money. But look at GameStop. I mean, people were buying GameStop at 200 a share when it had been 20 just a few weeks earlier. Same thing. You're late to the party, but people thought, oh, it's just going to keep going. I got to get in here. So what can I say? EM became a YouTube member. Thank you, EM, for joining us. It's great to have you here. Welcome to the club today. Next Prime, any thoughts with the BlackBerry future? I don't have any thoughts on BlackBerry. I'm not a follower of the company. I don't know any of the all the gory details of it. I just haven't been a follower of it. 207.52 now with 8 or so minutes to go on GameStop. 207.39 down 70 odd cents ish. Volume, light volume, 15.2 million. I mean, not even half of yesterday. Very, very quiet. So I don't know. It's a very quiet day at this point. WC, thank you for becoming a member. Welcome, WC. Nice to have you here. I just don't know. I just do not know. Well, Harry, you got a good question, Harry. I don't get it. Hedge funds sell shares to get the price down to be able to buy it cheaper. Isn't it better to keep the ones you have and buy a little more now and then if the thinking of a hedge fund, if there's a hedge fund out there with 1 million shares short at $70 average, and they pick up some stock today, or they picked up some stock the last couple of days, and now they dump it quickly to try to drop this market. They're trying to get this market back to where they are. They're trying to get a print on the end of the day today to lower it, or they're trying to get the price down so that fewer call options are in the money. That could be part of the game here. I don't know who's doing it. I don't know for sure why they're doing it. I'm guessing why they would do it. There is no rational reason for a seller to panic sell stock that has been up all day. That makes no sense. Spaceballs, the user, is a member of this channel. Thank you, Spaceballs, the user, and so is KC10D. Thank you for becoming a member of this group. There's a lot of really good questions being asked here today. We're all trying to figure it out. We're all trying to wonder why would someone just dump stock and hurt themselves doing it? That makes no sense, and it doesn't make sense. But if you've got an ulterior motive, like you're short a ton over here that's at another firm, I can see trying to get the price down so that the losses don't look so bad over there. But this isn't month end, so I don't know. I'm just guessing like everyone else. Hey, Bruce, I bought 50 shares of SVAC. I heard you say this one is going to be a great with time. What company is merging with this? SVAC. That would be Starboard Value. And starboard value was, oh man, I have so many notes, so you just gotta bear with me while I put my act together. I got my little cheat sheet over here, because when you get older, you have an excellent short-term memory. Alrighty, starboard value is going to become, going to be renaming it to a company called Syxtra, Cyxtera, Syxtra. Now, Syxtra operates they are operating 60 different server farms around the world. Server farms are where data is stored, where all these servers are. Usually very heavily protected buildings by security, barbed wire, cameras, lighting, you name it, dogs. I mean, whatever they got to do to protect it. You can't get into the building. There are no windows. There's no, the only way in is through being buzzed into a holding area. Then you get buzzed into another area, and you can't just waltz in there. These server farms are being operated by this company, are the world's third largest. They're going to become the world's third largest server farm publicly traded company. Just to give you an idea, they're worth over $3.5 billion. They've been around for years, and they're going to have 650 million fresh cash upon the listing of this company, the deal. So this, I've read some really good stuff about this company, like really good stuff about it. This is one of those companies that they're invisible. They actually don't go out and promote themselves like a flashy cruise line or Disneyland. I mean, they're not talking to you and me, average Joe on the street. Come on down and see us. No, they are doing business with the S&P 500, the Fortune 500 companies, and their companies around the world on a very confidential basis, because they're storing these companies' data. That's what they're doing. And it's a very lucrative business indeed, but it's capital intensive to build these out. They've got 61 now. They're building more. Derek Skinner became a member of this channel. Derek, thank you for coming in here. Tico Milo, sir, is this a casino? You never know. Is life a casino? Maybe. Eric Sandran, thank you, Eric, for becoming a member of my channel as well. Appreciate you being here. We're coming into the last couple of minutes now. What's the market now? 205, down 250 a share. 204.50 over here, down 360 is where we're at. We're into the last 2 minutes and 38 seconds of the day, and we're going to see how this market wants to close out, and then we'll follow the aftermarket for the next hour and see what it wants to give us. Dear Uncle Dad, I did some research today, and the UWMC is another part of the GHVI merger. Which one do you buy into? Today, I did some research today, and what is another part for the merger? I'm not sure what that means. You kind of lost me on this one. SM, okay, bought in Ruby at 33. Now it's crashing. What happened? I don't know. What is Ruby? I have no idea what that is. 206.96 on the stock now. A little better. 1 more minute to go. 1 minute, 47 seconds. 207.17, down $1 on GameStop. AMC is up 52 cents at 13.54. It's still holding its gains, has not been attacked like GameStop has. GameStop now is a little better, 207.62, only down 55 cents at the very end of the day, coming into the bell here, up 123 to go. And we're right in that break-even line. Will there be a last-minute hit on the stock or a surge? We're going to find out very, very shortly. 207.98 down 19 cents. Yep. Some people want a negative print. Some don't care. It just went positive. 208.48 up 31 on the day. It just popped up as we're coming into the final seconds. The low was 204. 204.01. 208.48. We're at the last thing, the advancing volume, 2.8 billion, declining 1.1 billion. That's a light day on Wall Street. That's not even 6 billion shares traded today on Wall Street. It's a light day. That's what maybe explains a lot about what we're seeing here with light volumes. 208.99 on GameStop, up $1.48. I'm showing here 209.64 now, up $1.48. Watching the close as it snaps back $5+ at the very end. The bell is going off in New York. 209.82, up $1.65 for the day. And on the aftermarket, 210 already on the aftermarket as we open the aftermarket on GameStop. That's what I'm showing at the moment. Volume of, I don't even know if we have 16 million. Let's see if we get any kind of number on that. 15.89 million traded, not even 16 million traded on the day. Very light. 209.82 final quote, subject to final adjustments on GameStop, up $1.65 on the day. It had been much higher all day than this. It opened at 217, went right to 231, and that was the high at about 20 minutes into the morning, and it just slowly but surely backed off from there. Had a little dip into the 217 range, came back to the 220 something range, then down to the 212, and then back up to the 230, maybe 225 range, and then from there in midday it just gave up slowly but surely to be down at one point to 204, $5. What's that? $5 and it's 80 cents lower than what it closed at. But then in the last 3 or 4 minutes, it had a snap back of about $5+ and popped back to 209. That's where you're at on the GameStop. No announcements from the company, none expected. Nothing official being said. Congress is doing whatever they're doing. We don't know, and we'll see what the stock brings us tomorrow. Tomorrow, Thursday, is the day where option holders have to notify their brokers whether they want to exercise their options or not, and that will be determined, of course, depending on where the stock is. Thank you, BP Kelly, for being here. Nice to have you here as a new member. Appreciate you coming in. So we're going to find out tomorrow if the shares have a bad day. If the first 2 hours tomorrow we're down to $150 a share because it's just going to get slammed by hedge funds. I'm not saying it is, but what if it is? That could make fewer options in the money, right? And if there are fewer options in the money, there's less pressure for the stock to go higher from naked call writers having to cover. On the other hand, if there's a surge tomorrow morning to 250 to 300, goes the other way, then all the contracts from whatever price it's trading at all the way down are in the money. And now you've got the opposite situation. You've got a whole bunch of option writers in trouble because they're short stock that they now have to buy to cover. Logic would tell me that the hedge funds who are short, we're going to try to keep it down. The hedge funds that are long are want to make it go up. Now, who's coming to the party tomorrow with more money? That's all it is, because the sellers are sure as heck not coming to the party with stock. They don't have any. They've shorted so much. So I don't know if they can even come into the market with much in the way of paper. The buyers have got to be conviction buyers to step on this gas pedal and hit it. And that's going to be the question. Will tomorrow be the day that the stock takes a shot higher, which causes a whole bunch of contracts, maybe tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of contracts, to be in the money that will now exercise their call on the stock from, $150 to $300. I mean, I don't know how high, from $5 to $300 or what. The stock is now 207 to 209, 207 right now in the aftermarket. We're going to find out, will any buyers reveal their hand, and will it all happen in the last hour of the day tomorrow? Does it happen right off the bat, right away, right on the pre-market, right now? Will buying come in and this thing is just going to go? Stick around, find out. I'll be here. I don't know what to, don't know. I wouldn't put it past the market. I wouldn't put it past it that there could be a massive coordinated buy campaign coming in here, but they're not going to tell me. That's the thing right there. Just so you know, folks, they don't call your Uncle Bruce and say, "Hey, listen, I just want to let you know, here's exactly what we're going to do tomorrow," and you can tell all your followers that this is exactly what's going to happen, because it's just our secret. It's not, no. RC0787, thank you for becoming a member of this channel. And Stanley Santos, Stanley, you're part of the club. You're in the club, buddy. Thank you so much for coming by and joining us. It's nice to have you. We've got a good crowd here. I appreciate all of you being here. Thank you guys so much for all your support and following me and joining the club. I do appreciate it very much. We've got 1,800 thumbs ups at this point. If any of you are able to spare a thumbs up that you might have lying around that you're not doing anything with, if it's really not, if you don't need it for anything in the kitchen or anything, would you mind throwing the thumbs up on this channel? Love to get this thumbs up number a lot higher than just 1,800 thumbs ups. We have 104 down, so we are at an 18-1 plus minus advantage, which is great. There we are, 1,900 now. We're 19-1. You could please hit those thumbs ups and just drive that thumbs up number. There it goes, 2,000. Drive it higher, and let's go to 20-1 or 25-1 or something like that. That would be really nice. We're now at 2,200 thumbs ups, 115 thumbs downs. When I ask for thumbs ups, I also get the thumbs downs. So what can I say? 2,200 thumbs ups now. Keep those coming in. If you haven't got nothing to do with them, you don't want to give them to anybody else. Why don't you give them to me? And hand out these freebies and encourage the YouTube analytics computers to send more viewers our way. 2,300 now on the thumbs ups. I do appreciate it, and that would be tremendous, guys. Thank you all for that. It all helps. I appreciate it. Thank you. 2,400 now. Beautiful. 2,400 thumbs ups. That is just tremendous. Thank you, guys. You're absolutely wonderful. Every YouTuber's dream is to be able to beg for thumbs ups and see them coming in. It's what we all live for. Believe me. I do appreciate this very, very much. Also, thank you to Hector. Hector, brand new member. You're in, buddy. You're here. Welcome to the club. Nice to have you here. Hector Trejo, welcome to the group. I appreciate it. Bruce, you're doing good work. Thank you, Mark Anthony. Appreciate it. And what was that one right here? Jake F. Eric. At Eric, I can't pronounce that either. I can imagine, although my name has been mispronounced, it's a word in the English dictionary. Eric, who would give Bruce a thumbs down? Why would anyone be so nasty to do that to him? Well, nasty people. They're out there, and sometimes they target us. What can I say? Love you, Bruce. Thank you, ANZ Danny. Sitting Bull, you folks here that are here paying Uncle Bruce for the privilege to spam are so funny. And Uncle Bruce, and still block your sorry arses. So there's someone who's not a fan of ours, who's actually paying me to be in the group to not oh my gosh. I still block your story. I don't know. I don't know what to do. Do I get rid of this guy? I don't know what to say. Jay Hunter, thank you, Bruce. Thank you all. Hedge funds are watching. Bagel haters. Pyromania. How do we lose? Stock price tanks and we get to buy control of the company with a bright future, or the price surges and we become rich. I mean, that's true. I mean, how can you lose? The lower it goes, you buy more of it. The higher it goes, you get richer. It's a good ratio, isn't it? It's not a bad idea. If you're long-termers, that's what's going to happen. You said options have to be marked for exercise by Thursday. What would be the point of buying an option on Friday morning if it's no longer exercisable? Because of you're buying it back. You wrote it, you bought it back. Or you're buying it because there's a late day run in the market. There's a 1 day run, and you're just going to flip it. You're going to sell it later today. That's what would be happening. They do trade right up to the end. Armspeed became a YouTube member. Thank you, Armspeed. I appreciate you being here too. Another member. Get him out. Someone is saying, no, I am for Uncle Bruce. I'm against the spammers. Oh, Sitting Bull. I just misread your comment. Thank you, Sitting Bull, and I appreciate you being here. You can stay. we want you to stay. Oh man, I don't think we have any. Mason, I think I did misread it. I don't think we have any haters in here. I think everyone who's a member wants to be a member, is happy to be a member, loves the show, and I love you guys. Thank you guys so much. Richard III, Daddy Powell spoke and saved the day. Well, he didn't hurt the market, did he? He didn't hurt it. The Dow ended up with a 189-point gain, and it was only up like 50, 60 points when he started talking. S&P was up 11, and NASDAQ up 53, and oil down 19 cents, so, not too bad. GameStop right now on the aftermarket, just under 208. It's a 209, 207.96. So down about $1.70. No big deal. Nothing to worry about here. Let's see. We love you, Sitting Bull. You're all good, Sitting Bull. You're good. You're good, buddy. Thanks. It's all good. It's my fault. If I misread it, it's me, and it's all good, buddy. Thank you, man. Thank you. Sitting Bull, we're giving Sitting Bull all our love. Love being a member, says Alpha Kenny. Beautiful, guys. Thank you. E-Class UK. Hey, hi, Brucey. Oh, no, just woke up. GameStop went down. I panicked again. Sorry, guys. Cannot wait any longer, so I bought more. I only have one thumb up. I bought more. Right on. Eduardo, no haters. Rather, maybe we're all very enthusiastic on the chat, but we're all enthusiastic in good faith. Exactly. No problem, Sitting Bull saying. We're good. We're all good here. It's all great. Thank you, guys. Wally's World. Thanks, Bruce. We love you. How often do the market makers trade after hours and pre-market typically in your experience? Well, this is an evolving business. This aftermarket and pre-market thing 10 years ago was very sporadic. It's not becoming much more normal. And there are actually day traders that day trade after hours pre-market too. So there's a lot of that going on. And it's becoming more normal. I'm kind of waiting for the markets like New York to announce that we're opening an hour earlier and we're going to stay open an hour later. I'm waiting for that. That they'll take away the aftermarket and pre-market business and corner more of it for themselves. After all, it's all about volume. But if they open up much more in time, they're going to have shifts of workers at the exchange, and that may not be too popular. I don't know. So we'll see what's going on. Mimi Designs, thank you. I sent a PayPal. You know what? I saw one. I'll get to this in 1 second. Just 1 second. Ross Walker, what's the mechanics of how these naked shorts and synthetic shares are introduced to the market? Naked shorts. It's a little complicated, and I tried to explain a little bit of it this morning, but I'm not going to try to explain it now because it's going to take me an hour, and I'm really tired. But just stay with me. You'll learn more about this. Crispy became a YouTube member. Thank you, Crispy, for joining in. Let me check this. We did get a PayPal donation here. I did see it. Brown Trade. Thank you. Hi, Bruce. My girlfriend and I designed GameStop, still holding Rocket Ape shirts. Mimi Designs. We got a code of Uncle Bruce for 25% off everything. Proceeds go to paying Bruce for more shout-outs. Haha. Let's put that up there. That's an okay shout-out. I haven't been asking for shout-outs lately because I've been really busy with this whole you-know-what thing as I've been battling here and then launching the membership. But here we go. Paste, here it is right here, and it fits under 200 characters. There you go. There's a promo for you, and thank you for the donation and thinking about me. I appreciate that. All of you who think about me, I do appreciate it. Thank you from Scott Comben, a donation. Thanks again, buddy. I really should become a member. It would cost me less. I will sleep on it and decide in the morning. Love from London. Thank you, Scott. Scott, win a lottery and become even looser. That would really turn me on, man. But it's okay. It's all good. Thank you so much for that. Jen is saying it's time to go drink green beer. Mind you, in London, isn't it time to be drinking beer? I think so. Of course, isn't it time anywhere to be drinking beer now? It all depends on your attitude on beer. Thank you, guys. Thank you, everybody. Just reading some comments. Very kind of you, and your generosity is fantastic. Also, let's go here to Crispy. Thank you for that, for becoming a member. Appreciate that. And let's see here. Let's go GameStop. See you in the chat tomorrow, says Sally Mander. You betcha. Kyle Goldwaith. Bruce, I'm just going to tell you that you are the guy that manages my retirement funds for our company. The name is Shill. Can't make this stuff up. I'm going to tell you that the guy that manages my retirement, the guy that actually manages the retirement, is called Shill. Oh, that's great. No, you can't make it up. You can't. You can't make this up. Carlton Jones has become a member of this channel. Carlton, we've been waiting for you since yesterday morning. You made it. We're welcoming you here with open arms. Thank you. And I hope you enjoy hanging out with us. Thank you for coming by and being with us. Got a good group here, and you're more than welcome. KC is saying, I first bought GameStop at 230. I bought on the dip, averaged down to 65. Been holding because of your advice. Thank you. And, hopefully tomorrow, late tonight, tomorrow morning, we will be even more rewarded. That would be great for all of you. Fantastic. Ross, Brucey, retail brokers are grouping retail orders to move the market in the direction they need in conjunction with other complementary trades for their benefit. Can we win this one? I'm not quite sure what that means. I mean, retail brokers, they don't handle individual orders anymore. It's all done by computer, especially if you're trading off your phone, off your computer. You're just entering an order into a computer directly. They don't control these orders. They just execute them as quickly as possible. There are a number of brokerage firms that are taking order, like Robinhood. They don't actually trade your stock. They hand your order off to Citadel, and they handle, these other entities handle the trades. The actual physical trades are handled on the market. Then get the report back to Robinhood back to you, and it's all done in 2 seconds. So you enter the order, and then, oh, I got it. You enter the order, sell. Oh, I sold it. That's how fast this happens. There's no humans involved in this. It's impossible for humans to do any of this as quickly as a machine can. And that's why we're in this instantaneous world right now. Armspeed says, Bruce, you remind me of Uncle Bruce. How is that? How is that, Bruce, that you remind me of Uncle Bruce? I don't. That's weird. There's an imposter out there. I guess there's another Uncle Bruce. Uncle Bruce, the bagel beast of Wall Street. Uncle Bruce's laugh is so contagious. I swear he wakes up my cat when he's up, when he gets going. I'm sorry. I keep buying the dips. There you go. There is a huge DD out how Robinhood handled the buys. They didn't have stocks. Aloha from Crispy. What's the realistic number that GameStop could hit? Reddit people say 100,000 a share or higher. Some even say $500,000 a share or higher. What's a good number to expect during a short squeeze peak? Well, in theory, anything's possible in theory. I mean, there's the theory of it all. I kind of wonder if you sell shares that you have at $1,000 a share, why would someone be buying it from you? Could be that they're trying to cover their short position, but it could be that there's a speculator buying it from you for 1,000 because they think it's going to go to 2,000. And let's say it does go to 2,000, and now this person resells your stock, just resells it at $2,000 a share, and they're happy because they made $1,000 a share. I don't know how long it'll take to go from 1,000 to 2,000. I'm just using this as an example. So they sell it at 2,000. The buyer could be a short seller trying to cover a short, or it could be another buyer buying because they think it's going to $3,000 a share. So this doesn't end. This never stops. The other thing is the buyer buys at 3,000 a share, and it goes to 4,000. They sell it at 4, and the buyer is a short coverer. But there could be a seller at 4,000. Like apart from you selling at 4, there's another seller selling at 4, and that's a short seller. They want to buy it back at $3,000 a share. They don't expect to go back to 20 or 50. They're figuring, well, it's gone all the way up from 1,000 to 4,000. I'll short it at 4 and I'll buy it back at 3. I'm not a greedy guy. I just want to make a quick $1,000 a share. Can't a guy making a couple of bucks here? This is going to happen all the way along here, all the way up, all the way down, all the time, forever. And that's why the shares might not get to $500,000 a share. They might not get that high. Not saying it can't happen, but that's a pretty reach. It's a big reach. Just started watching you, Uncle Bruce. How do I become a Chillin with Bruce member? Troy, how are you in here? That's a good question. How did you were able to post this message? Oh, you're super chatting. That's why. I'm wondering, how did he do that? He's not. Okay. If you're using your phone, put your phone into Windows mode, and you'll find the join button will pop up beside my subscribe button. If you go to my homepage, you'll definitely find it there. If you have a laptop handy, just go on to YouTube and find my channel on YouTube. You'll probably find the join button right there. You can join there, and then you should be able to use your phone to make comments. Okay, I hope that works, Troy. I'm getting punchy. I'm getting tired, and so I'm looking, going, how did that guy get here? Oh, he made a super chat. Butch is in this house as a member. Butch, you're in here. Welcome, buddy. Nice to have you here. I appreciate that. Anyway, there you go. More comments and more wondering. Will there be an SSR rule apply tomorrow? No. Because it went up 10%, came down? No. It has to be down 10% from last night's closing price. So for tomorrow, since the stock closed at 209.81, if the shares tomorrow morning at any time during the day, anytime, drop $20.99 or more, we'll have a 10% loss on the closing price tonight. And that will pop in the SSR for tomorrow, the rest of the day, Thursday, and all day Friday. What do you think the odds are that we're going to have a 10% drop sometime tomorrow so that there's an SSR in effect on Friday, the witching hour? What's your guess? Anybody want to wager? I think I'm going to launch a poll. I'm going to launch a poll on my community tab, and you guys can check it out. And you tell me what you think the odds are. I'm thinking they're pretty high. We're going to follow that. This should be interesting. Yes, Willard 27 is in the house. Willard, how you doing? You remember? Now, look, if you're thinking of buying on the dip, think about this. If you believe that the stock is going to drop 10% tomorrow, sometime during the day to get the SSR in effect for Friday and all of the rest of the day Thursday, why don't you put in a buy order first thing tomorrow morning at about $20 lower than it closed at? That would be 189, 190. That's $20 less, isn't it? So they have to go through you to get the 10% drop. So you want 30 shares, 5 shares, 18 shares, 200 shares, 1,000 shares, 5,000 shares. You want to get stock on the dip? Maybe there'll be a dip. Maybe right off the bat. I don't know. Right off the, right in the first half hour. Maybe. Maybe there won't be one at all. Maybe it'll do what it did today, open higher, and then just keep right on going. It'll because of all the demand. Anything is possible with this market, kids. I wouldn't pass anything past it. So, well, I'll be here. I'll watch it with you. Troy Guerrero, thank you for becoming a member of this channel. I'm so glad you're here. Every one of you joining in, it just makes us stronger, a bigger community of followers. We're all watching the GameStop story together, and we're going to see what the shenanigans are tomorrow. Kind of a quiet day today. There were not a lot of shenanigans today. It was kind of a quiet day. But we'll see what the gang has up their sleeves tomorrow. Right now for this show, I have 2,700 thumbs ups on this show. I appreciate it so much. I have 137 thumbs down, so we're at a 20-to-1 ratio, positive to negative. If you can hit the thumbs up right now, get me over 3,000. We will keep that ratio at 20-to-1, or maybe get it even better than that. I think yesterday we were struggling in the morning to be 10-to-1, and in the afternoon I think we got to 12-to-1. Today we're at 20-to-1, thumbs ups to thumbs downs. So if you could kindly hit the thumbs up button as hard as you can with all your might, they're free to hand out. Find out how to do it. We got 2,800 right now. I've got 150 thumbs down. So I need to get the 3,000 thumbs ups to keep the 20-to-1 ratio alive and well. If you could please help out, because the haters are waiting in the wings to hit the thumbs down button. They're trying to nail a thumbs down button as quick as they can whenever you come in on the upside. So if you're able to come on in on the upside for me and bring those thumbs ups in here, we will outdo them by 20-to-1 or more. 2,900 now have just popped through here. We're at 2,900 thumbs ups, 150 down. So I need 100 more thumbs ups to get the 3,000 to stay ahead of the haters. Trying to stay ahead of the haters. And I thank you all very, very much. All right. Thank you again, Tony, for becoming a member of the channel. It's nice to have you here. Renee Nielsen also is a member, another member there. Thank you for that, Renee. 700 views still owe me a thumb. There you go. How much Diet Coke do you drink per day? I drink a lot, so nothing to be cautious on. Sights on Coke company for the future of the company. Oh, what do you think? Well, I fill this cup up at the beginning of a show, and I find in a 3-hour show, I will get down to about a quarter of a cup, and then I'll take my Stein over here, which I fill up at the beginning of every show, and it's still full, and I'll top this thing up with this. But I usually drink about maybe 1 1/4 cups in 3 hours. I don't drink enough, actually. Right now, I'm at a third of a cup left, and I haven't even touched this. So I'm not drinking all that much cola on the air because I'm just yapping all the time. They say I'm good at yapping. They tell me, man, can you talk? You're amazing. How do you do that? You're able to just talk all the time. It's like you got a running gag going with you all the time. We have 3,000 thumbs ups, by the way. I want to thank you for this. And if any of you are just thinking about, hey, I should give him a thumbs up, please give me some more. Let's hit 3,100. Just kind of pad the number. It would be great to do that. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for those of you popping up over to the Redbubble store. You guys are buying this stuff. You're buying these. People are out there buying this clothing now, which I'm blown away. I just got yesterday in the mail. I just got my my sweatshirt, which is this, and I buy a double XL. I like a big, roomy. As a 4'8" short guy, I like to have a big, fat, wide, so I feel tall. I feel like a tough guy. Plus, if I want to play football, I have room for the shoulder pads in here, right? Look at that. See? So I could put my helmet on and hit the gridiron. Mind you, at 4'8", what could I do? I could be like a sneaky linebacker, maybe? I don't know. But I also got the shirt yesterday, which you saw earlier today on the first show. And they're nice and soft. And, these are great. Thank you, all of you who've been picking up on Redbubble this merchandise. I appreciate it. Roscal, thank you for becoming a member of this channel. Welcome to the group. I'm so glad you're here too. I appreciate that. Somebody wrote me the other day saying, hey, Bruce, did you know that there are other Redbubble people out there who are selling your stuff? They're selling this logo. And it's not, they're not even you. The name of their channel has nothing to do with you whatsoever. All I can ask you folks is, if you go to Redbubble, please go to Redbubble using the link that I have, which is down below in the description, or up here on my homepage, the little red thing. Go there, or when you go to Redbubble, type in Bruce Frommer, my name, or you type in Traveling with Bruce, my other channel name, Stock Markets with Bruce. But make sure when you see these items, make sure that the buyer you're buying them from, and that should be at the bottom of the page somewhere when you're scrolling along, make sure it's your Uncle Bruce that's offering it, not somebody else. There are 2 other sellers impostoring me. They're being imposters, offering this logo. They've lifted it and they're offering it, and there's nothing I can do to stop it. Nothing I can do. This is a common problem in the t-shirt business, apparently. People lift other people's images and sell them to catch the momentum. Obviously, there are people out there who have heard of me through whatever, and they're trying to cash in on the Redbubble craze by trying to scoop my orders. So I ask you all, please keep an eye open. If you see an imposter, don't buy from them. Please come on over to my side if you could and help me out. Just speaking while I'm yapping here, somebody just bought 2 mugs of GameStop with Uncle Bruce. Thank you so much for the order. I do appreciate it. Looks like the order came from Canada. That's all I know. I don't know who it is. I don't know where you are, but I want to say thank you. And then earlier today, somebody bought a mug. They bought this mug right here, and it's being settled in British pounds. So someone from the UK picked up a mug, and I thank whoever it was in the UK for the order. That is very, very kind of you. I appreciate that. If you buy more than 1 mug, I think if you buy 2 or 3, definitely 4. If you pick up 4 items, like 4 mugs at a time, you get 25% off. It's kind of like you buy 3 and get 1 free. So, you know, if you have a friend of yours that's watching with you and you want to get, you know, this one, and you want to get the one that's kind of angled, you want to get a traveling mug, you get 4 items. I think you get discounts on multiple. Redbubble will tell you they do it automatically. Again, I don't do any of that stuff. I just sit here and I just talk. I just yap all the time, and I try to entertain my friends and my viewers and let you know what I see going on with the market. 210 on GameStop. It's 210.62. It's up just a little bit now, so that's kind of nice. Eduardo, I drink 2.5 liters a day. I guess I should get checked on. Thank you, Bruce. P.S. The mugs are awesome. In Europe, they come from Germany. Great quality country. That's interesting because I know that this product is produced locally for you. You're in the UK, it's produced there. You're in Germany, it's produced there. You're in Canada, it's produced here. This cup is made. This cup is made in China, but it was labeled here in Canada. So, what can I say? I'm just the guy with the imagery, and I'm the yapper on the screen, and I get a royalty on everything you guys order, and I thank you so much. It's tremendous. B dude, I saw a post on Reddit saying if you use Robinhood, you don't own your shares. They give you an IOU, and they themselves buy on margin. Do I legally own my shares? You're covered by insurance, no matter what the deal is. Whomever you use, whatever firm you're using, you're covered by an insurance policy. You're protected. The SEC makes sure of that. All right, so you have no worries. Now, is it actually true that is happening? I can't tell you that. I can say that it might explain a lot as to why did Robinhood have to find $4 billion as the shares of GameStop had run up to 500 and were coming back. Why did Robinhood have to come up with $4 billion of cash to handle their obligations to the clearinghouse? Could it have been that they had $8 billion of stock on their books, of which $4 billion was your money, and they were borrowing $4 billion, and now they had to come up with it? Or was the broker, the clearinghouse, giving them margin? Again, I'm speculating. If this is true, I'm speculating. Were they giving them margin of $6 billion and said, we need $4 billion cash, we can only give you $2 billion? And then they restricted buys from you, even though you had money, you couldn't buy the stock, which I found bizarre, because they didn't want to go longer. They didn't want to, because they couldn't come up with the cash. They had been restricted by the clearinghouse. It's not like they were restricting you to protect you. They had been told you can't buy by the clearinghouse. Maybe that's what happened. And so they restricted buying, raised money, covered themselves completely, and then allowed you to slowly start buying it again. I don't know. There's a book in the future somewhere from someone on the inside of that company that maybe we'll read one day, but it could be a decade out. I don't know. Random person became a YouTube member. It's nice to have random people here. You know, what are the names of your subscribers? Oh, I got all kinds. I got Jesus. I got random person. I got Sarge. I got some pretty cool names here, man. Don't mess with this channel. We got some really neat people here. I got Billy Evans. Yeah, Billy's a member. What are your thoughts on the meeting with the Capitol today? I don't know. I wasn't watching it. I don't like watching paint dry. If you found it entertaining, let me know. If you saw something or heard something cool, tell me. I'd love to hear about that. We've got Soren. Soren T is a member. Going to be some wild 48 hours ahead. I think you're right. I think you're right. I'm going to try to get a good rest tonight. We're at 212 on the stock, by the way, 212.43. I think that's the highest price since the aftermarket. That's the best price on the aftermarket so far. We'll see if this is the beginning of anything significant. I'm just glad to see it up. AF little spike looking pretty. Alpha Kinney, how you doing, buddy? Random person, yes, Bruce. Welcome, Randy person. Steve Rush, Fidelity keeps cash in a market money account and then moves it as margin as you buy. That clears the next day, so it's not a real margin account. Very interesting. You got Socrates. That's right. I got Jason. I got Socrates. we've got some pretty cool name members here. Badasses. They're all badasses. I love you guys. Julie Dahl is here. Don't mess with Julie. Don't be messing with Julie. I got Julie Dahl here, man. Have you thought about who is going to play you in the movie? Clint Eastwood, maybe, or Dwayne Johnson, Bruce Willis. I don't know. I got Sitting Bull. Don't mess with this channel. I got Sitting Bull right here as a member of this channel. Buddy, Bruce just went to Redbubble website and searched on Uncle Bruce, laugh out loud, Uncle Bruce emblazoned sheets and pillows and a clock. I got all kinds of stuff up there. It's unbelievable. I think we got 71 items. Sitting Bull, I think there are 71 or 72 items with this logo on it. But make sure you're buying it from my site on Redbubble, not somebody else. Please, 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 because there are fakers. There are fakers out there trying to cash in on this guy's hard work. It's kind of sad. I got Ross Walker in this house. Don't mess with this channel. Ross Walker's here. RH not clearing in real time, trying to short the retail buys. It backfired. Oh man, I got Jesus in the house. I told you, I got Jesus here. Don't mess. I got the Lord here. Okay, we are covered from above. Haters, you have no idea who you're messing with when you try to mess with this channel. The members of this channel will kick your ass. Be careful. Ashley is here. I don't practice an avatar. Okay. Luke Baker. I got Luke here. There's Mark, Luke, John, Genesis.
George and Ringo.
Well, there's George and Ringo. That's right. George, Paul, George, and Ringo. We might need Bruce to do a whole day stream on Friday. It might happen. We'll see what's going on. I might be doing a whole day tomorrow. I don't know. Just bought a mug and a sticker from your site, Redbubble. Whoop, whoop. Let's take a look to see if that order came through. Yeah, there's some orders coming in here. Let's go here. You made a sale. There's a sale here for one mug and one sticker in the United States. That's got to be you. And then there's another one. There's a sale here that came in for a mug. This mug right here, USA. Fantastic, you guys. Thank you so much. I really appreciate this. There's another one just came in. Hang on, another one. Oh, is that the same one? Oh, is that the same one? No. That's another order, US order that just came in just now. Thank you, guys. There's T-shirts, hoodies. There's sweatshirts, pillows, cell phone covers, notebooks with ring, whatchamacallit, ring notebooks. What else do we have for sale over there, Jen? What else do we offer? We're flogging postcards, stickers. We got masks. We got backpacks and duffel bags. You can spend all kinds of money over there. If you want to spend some of that stimulus money, you can do that. It's up to you. Okay, we got Wacko WB. You think I'm crazy? I got Wacko here, who's a member of this channel. You haters out there, watch yourselves. I got people who are like Wacko that are here. Thank you for joining, man. This is so cool. I love you guys. I've got Gavin here, Gavin Davies taking care of me. I got Jose here watching out for this channel. These are new members. They don't fool around. These guys don't kid around. They're serious. They're the real deal. They're here and they're real, baby. I love you guys. Thank you. I got Brandon and Kiona. I'm not talking just Brandon. I got Kiona here too. It's BK. B and K are in the house. Don't mess with this channel. There's people here watching out. I mean, hey, we'll tell on you. Watch beef chumbone. I got beef chumbone. I mean, what more do I have to do to tell you how strong this channel is and how backed this channel is by some of the greatest YouTubers out there? Beef chumbone is here. Don't be messing with this channel. It's just not worth it. You're just gonna get hurt. Thank you, guys. We have 3,100 thumbs ups right now. We got 168 thumbs downs. The haters are not impressed, but you know what? I don't care because we got 3,100 thumbs ups and they keep coming. And I thank you for coming in here. Just hit that like button, nail it, and run the number. And let's bury those haters as far down as we can. Beef chumbone. Oh man, that's awesome. This channel we're real now. I mean, if we were pretending, that was one thing. We're not pretending anymore. We got beef chumbone here. We got Addison here too. Addison is that strong silent type. Yeah, you might. I don't know if you know Addison personally, but it's possible. Addison's a very quiet kind of person, but deep thinker. And don't mess with Addison. We're 213 on GameStop, $213 a share on the aftermarket. Well, that's pretty good. We're kind of happy about that. Keep it going. Yes, indeed. Let's go to 300 tonight, and then 400 in the pre-market, then open up at 500 first trade. How about that? We'll just shake it up. Let's shake up the street. That be kind of. Is Gandhi here? I'm not sure. I think we have a Gandhi. Bruce, stymies are for GameStop only. Luke, when I cash in on that stock, GME stock, I'll buy some bed sheets from Uncle Bruce. Oh man, that's almost too creepy for me to understand. I don't. What can I say? Bruce, I'm watching you in virtual reality. Oh no, be careful. Don't get too close. I'm ready to party. Roaring Kitty tweet. I'm ready to party. I'd love to hear that kind of a tweet from Roaring Kitty. Derek, Bruce is making more money than any of us apes. Hey, Bruce, new member. I think you are worth every penny. I'm a new investor here. Started in January. I'm glad I found your channel. You've helped me out a lot. I'm really happy to hear this. I hope you're doing all right. Beef Chumbones got your back, Bruce. Thanks, Beef Chumbone. That's what I was thinking. Buddy. I sensed it. Guillote, Bruce, I love Beef Chumbones so much. Luke's loving it. Yeah, VR for Bruce. That's way too close. I agree. You got to keep your distance. You don't want to be too close to this face. It's just too much to take in. Uncle Bruce at a distance is just fine. Okay, if we're at a party and we're sitting at the table, and I'm across the table from you, it's okay, right? It's all right. Atheist cats. Yeah, but do you have any cat toys there? Yeah, do you have any cat toys? Do we have cat toys on Redbubble? I don't think so. No, they don't have any. They don't. But they're coming up with stuff all the time. They got shower curtains, and they have a bath mat. I bet you I'm on a bath mat. I bet you I'm a shower curtain. I bet you I am. But cat toys, no. What can you play with for a cat with my stuff? I'm not sure. The pillow?
Pillow.
The cat can hide under the sheets. I don't know. I'm not sure. Anyway. Who sees it? Rusty Chumbone to the rescue. There you go. Oh, man. Sitting Bull, that SPAC, Matterport 3D, has a downloadable app for your phone, Apple, Android, to take your own home 3D pic. That they do. I know they do. This company is going to be hot. This is going to be one huge hot listing. I think you're going to make a lot of money owning that stock. They're going to have a field day with press releases. Oh, because the media loves covering stocks like this. You send a reporter to meet this guy at a trade show or something like that, or you send a reporter to meet a realtor at a real estate listing, and then you have the Matterport guy there with the camera. We're talking a news story made in heaven. I mean, the reporter, can show the person working it and the camera turning around all by itself. And then they show the finished result on the computer 15 minutes later. I mean, what a great news story. I tell you, this company is going to get press. Oh, it's going to be international. It's just going to be great press. Yeah. You're all going to hear about this company, and you're going to know, Bruce is talking about that company. Way back when he was talking about that company. That's right. Thank you, everybody, for being here and having fun with me. It's great to hear that Uncle Bruce laugh again. It would appear Bruce is really good at making money. Well, this is my living. I do have to perform though. I can't just sit here and play video games and just watch the money roll in. I got to earn it. I got to do something. And I thank you for all your generosity. It is duly noted. Thank you. Andrea Acosta, Miami loves you, Uncle Bruce. Let's have some bagels here. I can't wait to get to Miami. There are cruise ships coming in out of Miami. I can't wait to get back there. I love that town. And I can tell you right now, I cannot go into Miami anonymously and get out of there without being recognized now. I mean, no way. Not with all the viewers from Traveling with Bruce, probably a bunch of you guys. When Jen and I do a cruise, we already know when we're plotting a cruise, we can't get there the night before to get on a ship. We got to get there about 4 days before, 3 days before. We're going to have to organize some meet and greets in some kind of setting somewhere. Maybe it'll be at an Embassy Suites hotel in a conference room or something, or a Holiday Inn Express, or a Holiday Inn, or a Marriott, or wherever we can get enough, enough seats for 200 people, 100, 300, I don't know how many. I'll put the word out on both channels that there'll be a meet and greet down there weeks in advance, and we'll set something up, and then it'll be a lot of fun. I am really looking forward to this. I really am, guys. Getting to see you guys in person, man, this is going to be a treat for me. I've been locked up in this house too long. I got to get out. Kitek 1. I've been locked up with her. Help me. I'm stuck with her over there. She's gorgeous and all, but there's only so much Jennifer Aniston you can take. Sometimes you kind of want a little more variety, Just a look. I'm just saying, just looking. I mean, hey, cut a guy break. I'm old. Kitek 1 has become a member. Thank you, Kitek 1. Gerardo Spazzuzzi has become a member of this channel, and that is awesome. Thank you, Gerardo, for being here. Good to see you, buddy. Hope you're having a great day. Oak Streeter is in the house as a member. Don't talk about Pine Street. Don't talk about Maple Street. Don't talk about Main Street. I'm talking about Oak Street. Oak Street's here. That's the strongest tree there is. Oak Streeter. You're number one with me. You're okay with me, buddy. Guy or girl. Whichever. Thank you. And then Mohammed is also in the house. I got royalty coming here from all over the place. This is great. Mohammed, thank you. Jabawi, nice to see you. And thank you for joining us. It's a pleasure to meet you. Thank you very much. Let's see. Eduardo, since Bruce introduced me to SPACs, Amazon is angry because I don't buy stuff I don't need. I buy SPAC shares. You're making Jeff Bezos get angry at you. What can I say? Oh my, oh my, oh my. Troy, I'll cruise with you, Bruce. Let's go. Chumbone, where you been around the world? I'm going again. I am Bone song. That's why we're all here, Bruce. Thanks, and talk to you in the morning. Wally's World, right on, buddy. That's great, guys. Thank you. So happy to be part of the Bagel Brigade. The Reddit post for Robinhood says that apparently it was the CFDs being sold rather than shares, as Citadel are in bed with Robinhood. Citadel knew the buy patterns. The buys didn't add up, but sales drove down. Gavin, that's a complex statement. I don't even know what that means. I'm trying to follow it, excuse me, but it's got something with the Robinhood thing, Citadel thing, and we're going to hear probably a lot more about this going forward for sure. Unbelievable. I'm the guy, what's this here? Mohammed, I'm the guy from Grand Cayman that asked you how to become a member. I used a program to change my IP address, and it worked. All right, Mohammed, way to go, buddy. There's a will, there's a way. If there's a will, there's a friend who will tell you the way. Yeah, buddy. Beautiful. Where in Grand Cayman are you? What area do you live? Well, we used to live in West Bay, and we also lived in, was it Red Bay? We lived in Red Bay, wasn't it? Selkirk Drive. We used to live on Selkirk Drive, which I think is near Red Bay, but we ended up moving to West Bay, and we lived there for most of the time we were down there. With our at that time 11-year-old daughter, who is now 33. What a place to raise a kid. Beautiful. It was just fantastic. We really found it an amazing change in our lives. I mean, it was just, from Canada to the Cayman Islands. Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh, what a change for us. Mohammed, I'm so glad you're here. Thank you. Let's see here. Here we go. Sitting Bull. Okay, check out website Living Walks sometime. Even has a person's walking view through the Grand Caymans and Paris, etc. Very cool. Jenny T is in the house. Don't mess with us now. Jenny T is here. Oh yeah, baby. That's right. Jenny T. Welcome, Jenny T. I'm glad you made it, and I'm glad you're here. This is beautiful. joining us on day 2 of this channel's membership drive. Thank you so much. Let's see here. Okay, the imperative, the R imperative, is saying that GameStop is really volatile right now. So wouldn't shorting the stock while you own it benefit the buying, benefit the selling side currently, since it's heavy on the price direction at the moment? It wouldn't shorting the stock while you own it benefit the buying, benefit the selling side. You got me there. You got me on too many of those benefits. I'm lost on that one. I'm trying. Julie is saying, I think it's perfectly good and normal to work as a YouTuber and be remunerated for that work. We're all here to make money on GameStop. Exactly. The stock goes to $1,000 a share. I don't think anyone's going to be complaining about any donation they've ever made to me. I don't think so. But I hope you all do very well. And we have other stocks as well, obviously, that I'm following. Beef Chumbone. I only take stock advice from teenagers on Reddit and Bruce the Bodacious. Right on. Right on. Here we go. Jose, did you see, Uncle Bruce, did you see the SEC stepping up and setting new regulations to stop new GameStop scenarios from happening? Well, they're talking about it. We're waiting to see the fallout on this stock, because it's going to mean this stock's going up. That's what I'm thinking. We're going to see what's happening. We will just buy a cruise ship and name it Bagel Boat. There you go. Liz, Robinhood got margin called $3 billion to cover their shorts. Wow. Emily's laughing at Mike Sims. Gerardo, I am not buying from Amazon. Say hello to Jen from me. Gerardo says hello.
Gerardo.
She says right back to you, buddy. And the kids. Hi to the kids too. Thank you. Because customers were buying partial shares and Robinhood wasn't allowed to buy like that, they had to buy full shares. Kind of weird. Marance, I just quit this membership. I saw someone's chat get deleted and they didn't say anything bad. Didn't delete anybody. I didn't delete anybody's chat. Didn't happen. SVT Boxer, any hour on one, that's Bruce, any hour one-on-ones left. Yeah, okay. The one-on-ones, yes, we're booking April and May now. So send me a private email, and I'll give you. I'll let you know what I got. Okay, I literally missed out on the entire day. I missed a ton. I missed it. You sure did. Michael Riley became a YouTube member. Michael, thank you for joining in. I'm so glad you came in here. But no one's message has been deleted today. No one. We've had messages deleted on the YouTube side where there were inappropriate comments made by I had forgot to set the channel to members only, and we had a couple of street comments, and so there might have been a deletion there, but not here. Not that I know of, because I haven't seen a comment to delete needed to be deleted here. How tall are you? Are you 5 feet? People are speculating how tall I am. And like I said, I keep saying I could be 4'8". You know, there's actually a poll question. There was a poll question on the Reddit site for Stock Markets with Bruce, where people had to pick the height that this guy is. It's kind of cool. I was finding that kind of fun. Gavin is here. DE payment for order flow to Citadel just isn't looking after its own customers. Interesting. Oak Streeter, Uncle Bruce, you took me under your wing in Trey's trade, got me into GameStop, then $20,000 since then. It rocks. Keep it coming. All the best from Humber. There you go. Got a satisfied viewer. Fantastic. If I can help you guys not make mistakes, I think you're going to be ahead of everybody else. That's the secret to this business. You'll get winners, but you got to stay away from losers. Oh my gosh, we'll do the best we can. Mike, Rico, you can remove your own messages, buddy. So people can remove their own, but I haven't removed any. That could be it. Chill, says Mike. Bruce, are you out of coffee cups? I don't see on the site. You might not be on my site. You might be on someone else's site. Have you thought of that? You may want to kind of double check your site on that. Make sure you're on Traveling with Bruce, Bruce Ferromert. One of those two, you'll find my site. Link to it from my page, from my channel link. It'll go directly in, and then take a look at all the items, and you'll be able to pick up what you want, because there's got to be 40 different logos between Traveling with Bruce and Bagels with Bruce, and more coming. Anyway, your insight is greatly appreciated. Well, your attendance is greatly appreciated. Thank you. Your membership is very greatly appreciated. Danielle, if this gets us rich, we'll take care of you, Bruce. You kept me from being hasty through February. Thank you, Bruce the Moose. Celtic, does the new DTC clearing rule go into effect tomorrow? I don't know. I can't. I hear all kinds of speculation on when this kind of kicks in, so I don't know. I hope it happens real soon, and I hope it happens in such a way that it'll cause GameStop stock to go to the moon. That's, other than that, I have no requests. Just let's go. So we'll see what happens. So we'll be here to watch it, Celtic. If I hear anything definitive, if I see anything definitive, it's something that I can put my finger on, go, I know this is a fact, then I'll be blaring it out on this channel. Count on it. We'll watch. Bagel boat will float. Congress was buzzing more about potential regulations during the hearings today. Yeah, Bruce, what do you think about the new DTC rule being in effect today? Again, people are asking me. Again, I can't comment. I don't know for sure. I'll hopefully know more very soon about what's really happening here. Jorge Luna is a member. Don't mess with this channel. Jorge is part of it now. And Yared, thank you for this donation. The new DTC just officially went into effect today. Post on GameStop Red page. Very good. Okay. And then Ryan Hensler became a YouTube member. Ryan, welcome to the gang. I have a bunch of Ryans that are here. I got like a Ryan army that is in this channel. Lots of Ryan members. Fantastic. Who is this? Who is this Bruce Frummer fellow? Is he related to Uncle Bruce? Either way, he's got a sexy name. Thank you very much. I don't know what to say. I'm kind of embarrassed. Don Russell, Bruce, does Jen have any Steelers pins she's hiding that are for sale? There's nothing for sale with Steelers on it from Jen. There's nothing. No. This house has more Steeler memorabilia and stuff that go on the walls, and you can't believe it. Game day is shrine day. Is shrine to Steelers day. Game days. Yeah. You don't want to try to call Jen on the phone either. That's not a good idea. Don't try to talk to her on the telephone. Don't even try and text her on game days. You're wasting your time, especially relatives, even daughters, wasting your time. Ryan is going, hey, hi, Bruce. Hey, Ryan, how you doing, buddy? Sitting Bull, you can give Bruce 2 thumbs up, as someone posted earlier. You can connect on your cell phone and give a thumbs up there too. So connect to him on your cell phone, connect to him on your iPad, connect to him on your computer, and give Bruce multiple thumbs ups. It can be done. It's a question of how dedicated are you to the channel, and well, how crazy are you? Okay, we got 3,300 thumbs ups now, which is nice, but we got 200 on the downside. So we're only 16 to 1, 16 and a half to 1 on the upside. I thought we were 20 to 1 earlier today. So we're kind of losing the battle to try to keep a 20 to 1 ratio on the ups versus the downs. But we do have 3,300 thumbs ups, and I'm not complaining. And I thank all of you for participating in that for sure. Got a little over a minute to go, and I got to pack it in. Thank you, everybody, for your attendance here today, for joining us. Jen and I love the fact that you're here and you're with us. Thank you, Wiggly Worm. Go Brown. Sorry, Jen. I still love you both. She's got a pity laugh going over. There's a pity laugh over there now. Mike Stauber has become a member of this channel right at the end of my broadcast. Mike stepped in here and said, I got your back, buddy. I'm here for you. Mike, thank you. All of you, thank you so much for seeing us. Someone's saying, "Go Cowboys." Are you all right? Oh my. I guess it's okay. Nick Tapp, looks like the new DTC rules that close the 21-day window for reporting shorts just went into effect. Aha! So let's see what happens tomorrow with our friends at GameStop and everything else. 212 on the aftermarket right now. We'll see if this has an effect overnight or tomorrow morning. Thank you to we got another subscriber, another member. Robert Z is here. The Robert at the end of the line, the last Robert you call, the one with the Z last name. Yeah, he's here. He's here, baby. Robert Z. Thank you, Robert, for becoming a member. Love to have you here. I had a high school teacher. He was a phys ed teacher, and his name was Mr. Zadrawhal. The name was Zadrawhal, but everybody called him the Big Z. Every male phys ed class student, the Big Z. That was his name, and he had like a round bowling ball for a head. And he had a brush cut, like a marine cut, and it was orange, like red hair. He had red hair, and he was cool. He was cool. He was also incredibly fit, so that no one in phys ed class would dare challenge him in anything. We 15 and 16 and 17-year-old guys, we just love this guy because he treated us like men. He treated us as adults. He expected you to behave like one, because if you didn't, you were out of there. But no one messed with this guy, and we loved him for it. We respected him for it. And I remember going to a high school reunion about it was 10 years after I graduated, and I was standing with two buddies of mine. We're high school buddies, and we were just. It was like a gymnasium kind of setting, and the music was playing, and there was Mr. Z. There he was, the Big Z, and he was standing with a couple of teachers, and he noticed us, and he recognized us. He said, "How you guys doing? What are you doing now?" And so my one buddy, I'm an architect, and my other buddy, I'm an engineer, and then I'm in the investment business, and he shook our hands, and he said, "You had the right stuff. You always had the right stuff." And then he said, "I'm proud of you." Killed us. Killed me. Thank you, Mr. Z. Thank you. Gotta go. Thank you, everybody. Frederick, you're the man. Thank you for coming in late at night, joining this group. Have a pleasant evening. See you tomorrow. Pleasant memories. Bye, all.